instead of 0.
And just kind of fall to the floor.
I really wanted a...
This moment that they describe where she suddenly gasps and staggers as though giddy does not really happen. She just kind of turns and reaction is to faint, but it's not a... I'm
surprised, like, oh no, hand to the forehead. Oh my goodness, I've got the vapors, clutch the pearls.
She just saw it, just kind of.
These scenes are not played for that whole idea that you want crescendos and you want valleys.
You have a music sting or something.
And also, once again, they've not followed her over. Haslan eventually sees that she's collapsed, but if she would have gone, anything,
would have gotten his attention.
She
brought him over.
She was supposed to faint into his arms. Like he was supposed to somehow move into the scene, even though she's wandered away. She was somehow supposed to move in the scene that when she faints, he catches her. But that doesn't happen. She just falls to the floor.
I have a clip to show y'all after this episode of...
I feel the need to say this again. I actually really love this movie.
Oh, no.
And this is the first time in this movie that I've felt that there's been a passage of time, almost like what we ran into time and time again with Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Beneath, was so...
In the woods? Are we in the woods? We're chasing something? We're riding on horseback?
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten. But it was such an arduous task to watch that movie because it at times didn't make sense. This movie has been really nicely constructed until it got to this 5-minute stretch, and I'm like, ugh!
What happened?
It's just so bad.
They're trying to put a lot in.
They are.
So Zira faints, but not in Haslan's arms, just to the floor. And then he runs over with the bodyguard. By the way, the script says that's the bodyguard that's hanging out with him.
Okay.
He runs over, stops the curator from that long speech.
Shut up, please.
Haslan picks him up, and it's just kind of an unusual moment where Haslan is supposed to say to the curator, but he doesn't say it to anybody. He kind of looks off to this as it must have been the shock, even though he doesn't really recognize that she's looking at a gorilla. Right.
Once again, there's your whole thing where it should have been a shot of him looking up for a second, cut back to the shot of the gorilla.
Now, he's supposed to say that it must have been the shock to the curator, but he looks off in the distance. So I think we're supposed to assume that maybe he's now looking at the ape, even though it's kind of the plane doesn't make any sense. Must have been the shock. And of course, what does Zira say?
Shock my foot. Who the hell ever said that?
Me, every day. Shock my foot. Shock the foot.
Shock my foot now. Shock my foot now.
Shock the monkey. We really could put that in here.
Hey, there you go.
Shock the monkey.
Shock my foot. I'm pregnant.
Dun, dun, dun.
And what was so unusual about that is she was just so matter of fact.
In divulging that information.
But she's given us no indication at this point. We danced around it talking about when they got to the hotel room and they had like baby items and teeter-totters. We're like, are they going to make a baby? And she's like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, that was just a scene ago. Man, you apes get busy.
I know.
Man, that's true.
I did want Haslan to go, and who is the father?
That poorly constructed story that I didn't even think about, that she tells about the pregnancy after we've already seen the items that should have been given for the pregnancy.
Correct.
Boy, that's bad.
Well, we can talk a little bit more out in the next minute because we go a little bit deeper into all of that.
But we get that punchline of it, and then we go back to the hotel room.
Right, and we see the bodyguard open the door and then walk in. Again, I know this was shot on a budget, but had I been on that set, I would have blown out those shadows in that hallway so they won't see the shadows as they walk in. I would have lit that area so it didn't just look like I see the archway, I see the curtains, I see the doorway passing over every single actor's face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save my comments on that until tomorrow because, boy, do I have some notes about that. Just that the entire coming moment is just painful.
Okay, so
from that aspect.
How does it? What
did we get to shan't?
I
shan't leave you until Cornelius returns.
All right, so Eric, what's his name? And I don't have it in front of me. That plays Hasline. That's on Young and the Restless. First off, have you ever used the word shan't?
Not on purpose, not unironically. No.
Right. Did we establish he was British at some point?
He's actually German, I believe.
Okay, well, the shan't really came out of nowhere.
All you need is a little fedora on him and the trench coat and a neck beard, and he goes, "Oh, I shan't leave you, my lady," and he tips his hat to her.
However, if there's anyone that I want to hear say the word shan't, it's him. Man, does he... I shan't.
I think I shan't myself once.
I somehow I knew that was coming.
put too much faith in that fart.
Wow, with that, I'm just going to completely draw the curtains on this because no one wants to see him chanting over there. That's Eric Braden. I could not think of his last name. Eric Braden. All right, minute 43 in the books.
I believe so.
Richard?
Yeah, I'm good.
Going.
Yep, I'm pregnant.
You got a fat baby.
That was really good. Well delivered. Would you like to be in Escape from the Planet of the Apes Part 2?
I shan't.
All right, that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another exciting minute of Escape from the Planet of the Apes where we talk about bad lighting. Until then, I'm Todd. That's Richard and Sean. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.